Rising amongst the foothills of the West Gash is the city of Balmora, the second city of Ardenfell, home of Great House Hlaalu, a center of wealth and power for this great house, where trade and commerce flow like the waters of the Odai, and the coffers ring with the sound of golden coins. Is there a more prosperous city on Vardenfell? I think not. And for such an esteemed capital of a great house, it deserves a truly magnificent upper-class district, a high town worthy of the name. And that brings us to today's Mother Day. For today, we're showcasing Do You Get to Hightown Very Often by Calendar. And what am I saying? Of course you don't, or at least you didn't, because the old Vanilla Hightown was quite the lackluster experience. But now you've got all the more reason to visit, for Hightown has been given a major makeover with that oh so delicious combination of verticality and atmosphere. The home of Balmora's elite and the Citadel Council Halls of Great House Hlaalu, Hightown is now an extravagantly rich neighborhood, complete with gardens overlooking the city and a new Imperial Cult chapel just on the main plaza, representing the close connections between Great House Hlaalu and the Empire. Or, at least the public face of those so-called close connections. Pay no attention to the kimono tongue. There's a new public gazebo in the district's northern end, massive Hlaalu banners heralding the glory of these scales of commerce, outdoor dining with some truly splendid views, and decorated balconies covered in potted plants and just numerous other atmospheric touches. This is a fabulous transformation of Balmora's most prestigious neighborhood, a true triumph of exquisite taste and verticality. And by the by, it's also compatible with both Marcon's Bell Towers of Ardenfell and Balmora Temporary Dun, which blend in perfectly with the changes and alterations made to Hightown. Not only that, but this also works with Balmora Redecorated, which overhauls most of the interiors in Balmora, as well as Balmora Waterworks, Bravor of Balmora, Draz the Dunmer Legionnaire, Leeches Always Bite Twice, Balmora Rooftop Apartments, and even the classic housing mod, Pilmage Manor. Obviously, it will conflict with some of the bigger Balmora overhauls out there, like Beacom, Balmeric, and presumably Amazing Balmora Expansion. But personally, I do kind of just like the idea of taking a more modular approach to overhauling Balmora. Between the Hightown here, Marcon's Balmora Temporary Dun, MW Gex Balmora Waterworks, Balmora Redecorated, Shabby Balmora Labour Town, and Balmora Docks District, all of which are compatible and will work with one another, you can customize the appearance of Balmora to get a really unique and detailed look, covering almost every section of the city. And of course, this isn't just an exterior overhaul. There's also some just utterly gorgeous new interiors here, including a Hlaalu-style Imperial Cult shrine for Mera, goddess of love, agriculture, and compassion. Dripping in delicious detail and atmosphere, this is a positively stunning interior, including a surprising amount of verticality, with a central atrium that includes those gloriously high ceilings, a second-floor mezzanine, and of course, an Imperial Cult shrine, where you can give a donation to Mera in order to receive a blessing. This Imperial Cult shrine is just absolutely beautifully furnished, oozing a lot of that just cozy atmospheric charm. But it's not the only new interior here. There's also a slight expansion to Narano Manor, adding a new detached servants' quarters, a small one-room abode. But it's a really nice, just immersive and cozy addition. After all, we know Narano has a servant, since that's, actually a plot point from one of the early Thieves Guild quests. And now, there's actually a servant's quarters for that servant to live. But one of the biggest new additions here is the Citadel of Bravor, an expansion to the Hlaalu Council Hall, that includes just a beautifully detailed and atmospheric new meeting hall, with a central little pond, some lovely verticality, and quite a bit of atmospheric lighting. There's even a new Hlaalu treasury and vault in the upper echelons of this tower, accessible only to the highest ranks of this great house. All in all, Callanta has just done it again, creating a simply beautiful and transformative overhaul and expansion for Balmora's High Town. Just all the more impressive for being made in only 48 hours. As, yes, this was another entry for the 2023 Summer Mahjong, putting that verticality theme to good use. Surprisingly, this mod only came in 6th place for the Summer Mahjong competition. Personally, I would have ranked it a bit higher, but either way, it is a fantastic new addition to Balmora, and I highly recommend checking it out. But anyway, that's just our mod of the day. So, as always, I've been your host, our Golf Guy. Thanks for watching, stay safe, stay healthy, happy modding, and I'll see you all next time.